Y'all hear that?
Yeah,
Got it.
Yeah,
I think I did. I think I did it right.
Yeah, that means it's real. That means recording is in progress, guys.
All right.
Hey man,
I
first question.
got it.
What'd you say?
I got it. Now I'm in. Let's go, baby.
Let's go. So, man, I just want to talk X's and O's with you guys and just kick it, man. I guess like I'll just ask the first question, then we just roll from there, man. Last time we talked, it was a real good conversation about just the X's and O's in the game and playing receiver, playing DB, all that good stuff. So
There's only one person here that did both. Just keep going. Just say that. Go ahead.
there's one person that has experience at the college level that played both. Jonathan Wade, receiver and DB.
Yeah,
But
Yeah,
he
there
couldn't catch. But he couldn't catch though.
that's fine. I caught enough.
But the reverses though. The reverses were mean.
Boy, he had some good reverses. You can't hate him on that. He had some great reverses.
I had to deal. No. I had to deal with the politics of the number one receiving recruiting class coming in and understanding that all these cats bigger than me, and I'm gonna go on over here and do this other thing I can do too. It's one ball on offense.
You got hurt, man. It ain't our fault. And you started off with
they have nothing to do with it.
Huh?
Me getting hurt ain't have nothing to do with it.
It had everything to do with it. You was in front of me.
Bro, I wasn't in front of y'all when y'all signed. I knew that. I wasn't dumb.
You was in front of both of us. Meach was
Yes,
hurt.
he was.
Bro,
He was in front of both of us.
The coach told you the same thing they told me to my face when they was recruiting you. I ain't stupid. I'm looking at right now, Robert Meachem, the number one player in Oklahoma. When the screen flip back, it's going to be the number one player in Alabama. Both of y'all played receiver. I ran track, dog. I didn't know the game. Man, I'm out of here. I'm going to defense. Nope.
Hey, man, all I know is Marshall game, the depth chart read Mark Jones, Jonathan Wade, Jason Swain.
Yeah, on defense, right?
No, I'm talking about on offense. Then you got hurt because you tried to lower your shoulder on the sideline.
Tried to lower my shoulder. I did. I was 195 solid.
Yeah, you forgot that. You thought you was damn Calvin Johnson or somebody.
Big dude out there, bro.
He thought he was Steve Smith out there trying to lower his shoulder.
I came in 164. I was 164 when I got to Tennessee when they weighed me the first day, bro. I was 195 that game. That's how much weight I gained my freshman year.
What you was when you went to the league?
Bro, 193.
What they wanted you to be?
Depends on what time you was talking about. Later, 190, the Rams wanted me at 190. When I was in Cincinnati, they wanted me at 188. They wanted to, because we all was the same size. Me, Leon, and Jonathan Joseph was all the same size. They wanted to keep us.
What was 2 pounds? What was 2 pounds?
Bro, I don't know. That's just Mike Zimmer, bro.
Well, hey, what was the penalty? Like how much was the penalty for being a pound off of where they wanted you? Like where did it
375. You go out and kick.
$300 a pound?
Bro, go out and kick it if you want to and come back in there overweight. You go pay it.
Ours was 475.
475?
And guess what? I got fined during training camp. I was overweight during training camp.
Bro, I got fined in training camp.
$1,700. I ain't gonna never forget it. Give me that.
So yours was $475 a pound.
Yeah.
And your first fine was $1,700.
Wait, stop. I'm still trying to do the math on this $1,700. You talking about one time or just collectively?
Yeah, just one time.
See, I was 3 pounds over one. I was 3 pounds over one weekend.
I gotta do this math.
I got hit for like almost 1,200 and I almost lost it, bro. I was ready to fight Linehan.
I gotta do the math.
Is that like 4 or 5 pounds over? That's it.
Hold on, man. Shit.
I was 4 pounds over the day we supposed to come in.
Oh,
so instead of me being 209, I was 214.
Yeah,
that's my weight was 209.
$2,000 missing out your check, dog.
Huh?
I said you think it's not that bad until $2,000 missing out your check.
And when you see it, you do notice it.
Hell yeah, you notice.
I don't care how many comments they say you got. You still notice it when it ain't there.
Yeah, I got fined the first Thursday night game, the first Thursday night football game ever. And they double fined me for my socks. Bro, you're not sick I was. They told me right before kickoff, Roger Goodell was there, and they was finna double fine it right before kickoff. I couldn't change or do nothing.
What was wrong with your socks?
Oh, I was trying, all blue.
You can't wear a solid. Now you can wear it now, but back when we was you couldn't wear all solid colors. That's crazy.
They can do anything now.
They can dance with each other in the end zone. They can celebrate. They can do everything.
We sound old.
Sound old as hell. They can do everything now, man. They can do everything. They got no rules, man. They live a life on their edge now. We couldn't do that.
Well, shoot, I got fined $5,000 for my socks.
Yes, I got fined double because it was the first Thursday night game.
You know what I'm saying? Like they was going to suspend us for a half. Me, Lance, and who else? Pierre, I think Coastin and Devery, because we played on the Christmas night.
Yeah, they go hard on them big games, on them big nights like that. They jack
5,000. I need that.
Hey, let me ask y'all this, man. I ask you first, Wade. Hardest route to cover in the league. The hardest route.
Very simple. Back shoulder.
Back shoulder. That's it. It's impossible to cover.
Hardest route, back shoulder, slot fade to be exact.
Back shoulder, slot fade, because all that room, right?
There's nothing you can do.
Slot fade. The slot fade.
Bro, I run that pass play right now with my 12-year-old kids. Every time we run go routes, I have a slot fade in there somewhere to guarantee you go get open. It's impossible to cover. Just like four verticals.
That's all I was just about to say that. You got 4 verticals. You can have 3 receivers on one side. You can have 2 by 2. It don't matter.
It don't matter.
All verticals, you can't stop it because your linebackers is gonna be stuck with having to go out somebody. If you got
in the NFL, we taught 4 verticals every third down.
We got to give Meach around some service. Meach, wherever you going, bro, you going away from the service. Walk the other way.
Oklahoma. Sound like you in them sticks, bro.
Hey, walk the other way, man.
Walk the other way.
All right, can y'all hear me now?
You ain't do nothing, man.
What you mean? Y'all can't hear me?
I mean,
I can hear you now, yeah.
All right, I'm not just stand right here. You know, I'm in New Orleans, man. They still fixing the antennas, electricity, and all that.
Yeah, that's right. Let me fall back there. Meach, let me ask you.
But I'd say slot fade.
Slot fade.
Yeah, so slot fade is the hardest to cover.
What's the hardest coverage to go up against in the league? Hardest coverage.
2 man.
That's whack.
2 men because
you had Drew. He ain't running.
But
right. That's why though.
Yeah,
we call it 2 man when he can't run.
He ain't running. Yeah.
Nah. He's not running. Oh no, he ain't running nowhere.
If you got a quarterback that can get you 5 yards, you can't call 2 man.
No, you can't. But a statue. All right, so let me ask y'all this, because I think this is gonna be good. And this is where like Wade's expertise on both sides of the ball comes into play. So you like to let people know that you play both sides. So let's get to it. So hey, right now, Tennessee, our guys they're having a problem connecting on the deep ball. So you've been in receiver room, Wade. Also in obviously DB room. Now, there's times when like the quarterback overthrows the receiver. There's also time when like the receiver is looking back too soon and looking for like 25 yards while trying to run. And then the ball drops like 5 yards in front of them. And everybody's like, shit, the quarterback didn't throw it right.
Yeah, it's quarterback's fault.
Yeah, it's quarterback's fault. So like.
But it ain't really the quarterback's fault because first of all, you shouldn't be looking that long down the field anyway. You should be looking at least 16 to 20. You should be looking at 16 to 20.
Anybody anybody that will hear this, write that down.
Yeah, Meachem, your connection doing something funky again, man. You need to backpedal. You need to start backpedaling. Go the other way.
They were just supposed to write that note right down in that little pause right there. That's all it was. 16 to 17 yards. Go ahead.
Yeah, and then most guys now, they looking back instead of looking up. When you look back, you're losing, you know what I'm saying? You're losing your speed. But if you look up, you'll be able to track the ball a lot easier.
So let's say you look up, the ball hasn't been thrown yet. Now what you do?
T.O.
Nah, that's the problem. See, like we gotta do when we do routes on air, like I'm telling the quarterback, if he got a 5-step drop, get to your 5 and let the ball go. So that way we got a certain down and distance or a certain yard marker that we throwing the ball to. So every go route, like for us, we had the yellow line. All right. So we get back on that yellow line. He knows he has the sideline to throw the ball to. If he overthrowing us, why is he overthrowing us? That's the question. What is making him overthrow us? Are we not running? Are we not thinking we getting the ball? Do we not know our route?
And based off the reps, the timing of this, because you ain't in school. The only thing you're doing is studying how to make this stuff work. So like the amount of reps that you putting in at this point, when he's hitting that 5 steps, he's expecting you to be in a certain place. The absolute best people I ever saw at this was my team, St. Louis Rams. Bro, it was unbelievable when it was on. But when it was off, if you did anything to bump us or be physical with us and get us off our timing, we couldn't do anything. The quarterback couldn't get the ball. Like none of it was going to work.
But that's when the back shoulder come in.
Yeah, but we didn't have time for that.
Well, we did. We had all mad line.
Yeah.
So we did.
You got to be able to, the back shoulder works when you can go over the top of them.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead, Swain.
So Wade, when you covering a wide receiver and they running a go route, like to you, what's the perfect go route? I'm not talking about like back shoulder. I'm talking about like him running a go route and what makes it hard for you to cover it, knowing when the ball's getting there, all that stuff.
I got beat by
Jay Wade, tell about press and man.
Okay, cool. All right, I got I'll go press.
Press off. My bad.
I got beat by Greg Jennings, who I don't think get enough respect for what he was able to do. He was dangerous when him and Aaron Rodgers was on. That was probably one of the scariest 1-2s I saw. Like they could really look at each other and everything be different, and it's gonna be a touchdown.
Yeah.
He gave me a simple 1-2 off the line one time. And outside release, speed release, like a swipe and go, not even two hands, just a 1-2 out of there. Aaron Rodgers must have hopped back when he got it like a step and threw a laser out there. When you're in that type of situation, that's the hardest go for me to deal with, which is also equivalent, sort of close to that one that Kurt Warner and Larry Fitzgerald would throw. It's about 17 yards. But it's a laser.
Right at the back of your head.
Anyway, and they right, it's a touchdown. If you're wrong by you're on top and he throw it behind him, he gonna spin away from you and catch it, and you go fall as a DB. If they throw it over your head and you try to play it tight, you go get a flag, or he go bend back underneath you and you go fall and he go score. It's the timing of it, because that's that comeback. We're not quite sure yet area, and we're digging. Playing off. Go routes don't really work on off as much without giving some wiggle. But you go give up everything else when you play off. That's why they discourage it. Playing off is like not good. You got to be willing. You got to be like a Sante Samuel to play off.
Them feet and them hips.
No.
Or just physical.
No.
What do you mean?
I don't care what the cover says. I know y'all about to run this play. I'm about to go jump it from right here.
Yeah.
Okay, I get what you're saying.
So Meach, tell me, like, when you're running a go route, what are you thinking? Like, what are you telling yourself? All right, I have this mental checklist of what I have to do to get open and make a play for my quarterback. What's going on in your head?
Ooh, and let me wait, but like you did me, I'm putting you up against when we played. I'm gonna put you up against a young Patrick Peterson. Go.
Ooh.
Well, first of all, what I would do is when I come to the line, I got two moves in my head because if he press, I got to figure out how I want to beat him. Pat P had good feet and good hands, so I would give him some at the line. If I release outside, I'm going to try to do everything in my power to get back to that yellow line that we was talking about earlier. In the pros, they have a white line, but so I'm gonna try to get back to that line. Then I'm gonna try to stack him. Once I stack him, the quarterback got anywhere to throw the ball.
Do you play with your alignment on your go routes?
All the time. I play with my alignment because first of all, you got to get a quarterback to trust you to do it. Because most quarterbacks won't trust you. They'll make you stay out there, you know what I'm saying, and running from +2.
How long does it take to build that trust?
I think one training camp, really, because
that's cool.
If they know you can win in one-on-ones or 7-on-7 on a go route, they're going to 9 times out of 10 try to get you the ball anyway for a big play. There's always a big play when you're throwing a fade or a go.
Okay.
All right, let me ask
if he's off coverage, okay, it's like Jay Wade said, like at 10 yards, between 10 and 15 yards, I'm trying to give him something just to try to get him to come to me. Because if he playing cover 3, I'll never catch him. I'll never run him down. I don't care if you got Randy Moss type speed. You still ain't gonna run him down.
You're not gonna play in the NFL if they can run you down from off. Like they time that. That's one of those things that they time our 40s. They time us backpedaling and getting out our hips and running. Like you're not gonna play if you can't do that fast enough.
Let me ask y'all
this. For us, I'm trying to give the quarterback an easier throw. Go ahead, Swing.
I want to ask y'all like that moment when you was like when you got to the league and the moment you realized like, oh yeah, this is not college. This is real. Like this is different. This is NFL for sure. What was that first moment like for you guys?
Man, mine was horrible. The third day of training camp, I got 2 blisters on the bottom of my big toe. Like I'm talking about big blisters where you get out to practice, you got to put your feet in the betadine and all that.
You always used to get blisters though.
Man, what day? But these was 2 a days though. This is the third day. This is my rookie year, third day now.
You gotta be super tough.
And then coaches like, oh, don't worry about it. Once it get numb, you're gonna be good. What you mean when it get numb? I gotta stop and go, man. That was the worst. That was the worst training camp I ever been in. And then that was the worst. Like I'm really in the league. Like looking back on it, I'm like, man, you had to be kind of crazy in the head to put your mindset to like, okay, it don't hurt no more.
I tell them kids that I wish these kids could hear what you just said. There's a level of craziness that you have to make it. There's a certain level because you got to be. There's a
certain level of just pure stubbornness that you just got to say, you know what, I don't care. I'm just gonna do it.
Hey, Meach, right quick. What's that story about how Sean Payton cut somebody in warm-ups? In warm-ups.
Man, he didn't cut him in warm-ups. He cut him. He cut him. We had a punter and we had a tight end. The tight end dropped 2 passes, I think, in the first quarter, and he was like, "I'm firing your ass come Monday." Okay, we playing on Sunday, so that means tomorrow he's gonna get fired. All right. So the punter, he comes down. The punter make a bad punt, but coach was still mad at the tight end. So he told him, "I'm firing you." He was fired.
Hey man, that's different right there.
Fired, like fired. And then this is the crazy part. Then they hired the punter back, right? When they hired him back, we flew to Carolina to play Carolina. Carolina blew us out, so we had to fly to London from Carolina. How about we fired the punter in Carolina? We hired a rugby punter from London to play in the game. And then when we got back, we hired our punter back. Like, how do you do that?
Hey,
and still maintain your focus?
It's the league, man. It's the league.
Right. That's exact.
Hey,
That's that's. Go ahead. What's up?
No, I was gonna ask you the same thing, man. Like, what was that moment like for you? That moment, you like, oh yeah, this is real. This is different.
Mine not as scary. Mine is not as scary as that one. Mine's funny. Very scary though, actually. Carolina, first game of the season, I was introduced to Steve Smith Sr. Oh my gosh.
Ooh, my favorite receiver.
I didn't know. He instantly became my favorite receiver after that game. I never covered him, but the way he approached the game was unlike anything I had never seen, like a little pit bull at receiver. Like, not
I got
a small person
about
that
him
kind of just, you know, when you're on the field with Peyton controls everything. He controlling the refs. He got the play clock, his coach, your coach, everybody. With Steve Smith Sr., from the moment he stepped out on the field, he lined up on our sideline. He called the defensive coordinator by his first name. I'm quoting, "Hey, Jim, you better come put somebody over top of this little MFer. I'm about to kill him all day." They said hut. He ran a hitch. They threw it over there. He looked at Ty Hill, put his head down, and did not make any moves, ran right through him for 8 yards. Got up and said, "I told you." Back, bro, he ain't even looked to his team yet. All of this shit is happening on our sideline, at our sideline. I'm standing right next to the defensive coordinator. That shit spooked me, dog. Like, oh, shit. Like, what is this? But that was my moment. That was probably, I got cracked back on the kickoff before that. We kicked off to them, and I got hit on one of them people coming backside, all the way back around and hit you. Knocked me flat down, and then I got introduced to Steve Smith Sr. on the sideline. That was my moment.
Man, and then I got another moment though. That's like Steve Smith, like you said. So like we was about to play Carolina in Carolina my rookie year. I tore my meniscus again, so I wasn't playing. Man, when I tell you, like my coach, my position coach had me out there running routes and warming up before the game. So Steve running around, warming up. He come over there, hey, youngster, come here. Let me show you something. He said, "Come on, watch me run this comeback." So I'm like, all right, man. I'm like, first of all, I'm like, Steve Smith is talking to me. That means I am somebody. Right. So I'm like, all right. So he run the comeback. He said, "Now I want you to come running with me. We're gonna jog it though." So we jogged it. Then he said, "Now I want you to run it. And you got to do just like I did." Man, I ran and slid about 10 yards. He said, "Nah, that ain't what I told you. That ain't what I told you. Come here."
Ain't you hurt, dog?
Yeah, I'm hurt. So it's like, but hey, this is Steve Smith. I ain't telling him no. You know what I'm saying? So crazy part is in the game, just like you said, against Jason David. He said, "Hey,
Jason David."
He said, "Hey, youngster, remember what we was working on before the game?" He said, "I'm gonna show you how bad I am." He said, "Hey, Jay, about to run a comeback on you, boy." Man, ran a comeback. Hold on. Jason David, he ran a comeback at 18 yards.
He told you before the route. He yelled at you before the route.
Yes, sir. Coming out the huddle because I wanted the front row seat to see him. He said, "Remember that route we was running before the game?" He said, "Yeah, that comeback." He said, "Watch this." Man, he ran a comeback, right? He caught the ball. He could have went and did some other stuff and maybe got even more yards, but he stepped on Jason David and stepped out of bounds and looked back at Coach Payton and was like, "I told you I'm a bad mother." I told you. I said, "I'm in the league. I'm really in the league." Like, you can really do this. And then I had another one. Reggie Bush. How about we playing against Tampa? Man, they tagging us. Like, really, they hitting us. Like, every time you get the ball, it feel like 20 of them hitting.
Tampa was physical back then.
Boy, when I tell you, Sean came to the sign and said, "Listen, don't nobody get no yards after the catch. Just get down. I got you." So we like, all right, coach tripping. He's like, "No, I got you. Don't nobody make a play." Man, he threw the ball to Reggie. The ball went straight through Reggie's hands. Everything you supposed to do. He looked it in, but it just went straight through his hands. Man, Sean beeline and Reggie. What the hell is going on with you? Why you can't get going? Man, Reggie turned and looked at Sean. Don't you call that no more. Don't call that no more. I said, oh, wow, you can talk back to coach like this? Like you can talk to coach like this? I'm like, oh, I'm in the league now, boy.